Hello, my friends. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round and tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones that sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. Love is the only answer. Love is the way to go. Love, 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 love. Let our circle grow. Love is the only answer. Love is the way to go. Love, 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 love. Let our circle grow. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. Smilers never lose and frowners never win, so let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in. Boy, Miss Coulterman sure does love to talk about love and heart and opening up your heart. Opening up your heart means being open to the other people around you. Not just thinking about yourself, but thinking about other people. Well, I was singing those sun songs because it's a little bit cloudy right now. It's not pouring with rain right now, but I think it's going to rain today. So when you go outside today for your walk, your run, bike ride, go to the park, please take an umbrella in case it rains, or perhaps take your rain jacket just in case. But maybe if we keep singing some of those sun songs, the sun will come out. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help you every day. It will help in every way if you keep on the sunny side of life. Indeed. Let's do. Hey, Vanny, I'm calling to you. Hey, Angela, I'm calling to you. Hey, Pradeep, I'm calling to you. Hey there, Sandy, I'm calling to you. Hey, Ashraf, I'm calling to you. Hey, Ken, I'm calling to you. Hey there, Jake, I'm calling to you. Hey, Sophia, I'm calling to you. Hey friends, I'm calling to you. Hey friends, I'm calling to you. And maybe Antonio and Robin are watching. Hey there friends, I'm calling to you. Hey there friends, I'm calling to you. Good morning, friends. Look at this gorgeous painting by a Canadian Indigenous woman. Her name is Gail Sinclair. And look how she's captured this beautiful painting of 4 Indigenous women looking out towards the moon and probably telling some wonderful stories together. I'd like to acknowledge that the land on which we are hosted today is the Mississauga of the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Wendat. And here at Lake Simcoe, where I live, I walk the sacred land of the Chippewa and Ojibwe. We would also like to recognize the enduring presence of all First Nation, Métis, and Inuit peoples. Well, I suspect by now, students, you're probably remembering that the 3 Indigenous groups in Canada are the First Nation, Métis, and Inuit. Indigenous means they were here first. In fact, they were in our country as many as 40,000 years ago. That's how long their history is. It wasn't called Canada then. In fact, all of North America, where we currently have Canada and the United States, at that time, the Indigenous people called it Turtle Island. So all of our North America landmass was called Turtle Island. What a beautiful reference to that piece of land. Excuse me. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. On everyone I meet, on everyone I meet, I'm gonna let it shine. On everyone I meet, I'm gonna let it shine. On everyone I meet, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let's go back to the beginning. This little light of mine, good, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Every day, every way, I'm gonna let my little light shine. When I say let that little light shine, I mean let that beautiful part inside of you shine. And I have seen it in all of you students. I have seen you growing and learning and becoming more responsible for yourself. I'm so proud of those things about you. In fact, I've got my chart today. Here's some of the things I'm really proud of for you. Things that you can do at your house. Jobs that you can do on your own or perhaps with some assistance. These are the things that you should be doing through the summer. Doing the recycling. Take the recycling out. Perhaps dusting shelves. Wiping or dusting shelves. Make your own bed every morning, my friend. Tidy up your home. Perhaps put away books or activities that you might have out, or perhaps put away the dishes. If there's dishes in your dishwasher or in your dish rack, or help wash the dishes, or help load the dishwasher. Set the table. I love this one. I know all of you can do it. Set the table for a family meal. Sorting cutlery. In your kitchen, you probably have a drawer that has forks, knives, spoons. You can practice sorting them. This one we're going to work on today together. Rolling cutlery in a napkin. First of all, practice folding a napkin and rolling cutlery. We're going to practice it together. Replace the toilet paper. Indeed, when it's finished, you should be able to put the new toilet paper roll on. Practice putting some elastics around a paper towel roll. Elastics are great for you to keep practicing stretching, and practice putting them around a paper towel roll. Let's see what's next. Things you can do, my friend. Opening and closing jars. Wash the sink or wash the bathtub. Wipe surfaces, the table, the counter. You can do it, my friend. Clean the toilet bowl. Look, there's a brush that you probably have in your home and some cleanser to clean the toilet bowl. We're going to come back to this one, folding napkins, because we're going to do that together. Folding the laundry. Doing the laundry. I know you can do it, my friend. Put it in the washer, put it in the dryer, then fold it. Sweeping and vacuuming. These are jobs that I know you can do, and I'm proud of you. So let's keep those jobs going. Yesterday I showed you this chart because we've been talking about World Ocean Day. And I just love looking at all these creatures that live under the ocean. Whales and sharks and dolphins and sea turtles and crabs and fish and starfish and clams and oysters and, oh my gosh, so many different creatures. Beautiful seaweed and coral. And look, here's an octopus with 8 tentacles. 8 tentacles and 240 suction cups that are on those tentacles, and it sticks to things. When I say an octopus's garden, I mean an octopus lives under the water, so all of these seaweed are an octopus's garden. At my house, I have a flower garden or a vegetable garden, but for an octopus, it's seaweed and coral. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. He'd let us in. He knows where we've been in an octopus's garden in the shade. I'd ask my friends to come and see an octopus's garden with me. Bum, 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 bum. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden. Octopus's garden. An octopus's garden in the shade. That's kind of cool. Another ocean song that I know is My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean. So every time you hear the letter B, let's stretch your arms out. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. My Bonnie lies over the ocean, so bring back my Bonnie to me. Bring back, bring back, bring back my Bonnie to me, to me. Bring back, bring back, bring back my Bonnie to me. That's really good for working on the letter B, that we make with our lips. This time we're going to go up with our arms. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. So bring back my Bonnie to me. Bring back, bring back, bring back my Bonnie to me, to me. Bring back, bring back, bring back my Bonnie to me. Last one. We're going to clap it. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. So bring back my Bonnie to me. Bring back, bring back, bring back my Bonnie to me, to me. Bring back, bring back, bring back my Bonnie to me. That's good for the letter B, B. Now let's go with the letter S. S like a snake. A sailor went to sea, 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 to see what he could see, see, see. And all that he could see, 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 was the bottom of the deep blue sea, sea, sea. Excuse me. Let's go a little bit faster. A sailor went to sea, 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 to see what he could see, see, see. And all that he could see, 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 was the bottom of the deep blue sea, sea, sea. Good for you. Come marching with me. I'm marching inland from the shore. Over my shoulder, I'm carrying an oar, which is a paddle for a boat. If someone asks me, what is that funny thing you've got? Then I know I'll never go to sea no more, no more. I know I'll never go to sea no more. He's walking from the shoreline with a big oar, a paddle from his boat. Let's try that again. I'm marching inland from the shore. Over my shoulder, I'm carrying an oar. If someone asks me, what is that funny thing you've got? Then I know I'll never go to sea no more, no more. I know I'll never go to sea no more. And a song I taught you from Newfoundland, Canada, is about a boy who builds a boat. I's the boy that builds the boat. I's the boy that sails her. I's the boy that catches the fish, takes them home to Lizer. Hip your partner Sally to bow. Hip your partner Sally Brown. Fogo, Twillingate, Morton's Harbour, all around the circle. It's a little bit tricky, but that's why I'm singing it a little bit slow so that you could learn the words with me, because it's a traditional Canadian song. I's the boy that builds the boat. I's the boy that sails her. I's the boy that catches the fish, takes them home to Lizer. Hip your partner Sally to bow. Hip your partner Sally Brown. Fogo, Twillingate, Morton's Harbour, all around the circle. And another Canadian song is, this land is your land. This land is my land. From Bonavista to Vancouver Island. From the Arctic Circle to the Great Lake waters. This land was made for you and me. This beautiful land, this beautiful country of Canada that we have. I'm going to show you Canada through the year. This is 12 months of the year, a dozen months. We do different things in Canada, this beautiful country of ours. So let's have a look at some of them. Oh, look, you can kind of guess where this is. It's in the far north of Canada, up at the Arctic Ocean, where they have permanent ice and snow and cold temperatures. Look at it, it says, "Welcome to Canada." I see a musician, a doctor, a chef, a snowboarder, a hockey player. These are all fun things for people to do. In January in Canada, we like to do activities outside, like go tobogganing or play hockey, go skating. Inside, we can do activities like special cooking. We also celebrate the Chinese New Year in January with fireworks. But it looks like most of the January activities are outside, like snowmobiling and hockey. In February in Canada, oh boy, we usually have the special Carnival, the winter carnival in Quebec in February. And they have snow carving and more skating and maple syrup tasting. Oh, all these fun activities, definitely in the January, February, in the cold months in Canada. We like to do things outside like go skating, play hockey, go tobogganing, go for a walk. March in Canada. Things start to get a little bit warmer, and so you start to see some animals that have been hibernating start to come out. We also, in March, we celebrate St. Patrick's Day. And you start to see, here they're picking up eggs. Sometimes Easter is in March, sometimes Easter is in April. And in March, we change our clock. We spring forward an hour. We go ahead 1 hour. April in Canada. Typically, April is kind of a rainy month, but you could still go outside and do some activities. We start to see little tiny crocuses and flowers coming up. March and April is when you see maple syrup. The maple sap is running in the maple trees, and people tap the tree, so they put a hole in it so that they can get the the liquid from the maple tree. Then they boil it down to make maple syrup for your pancakes, for your waffles, for your crepes. In April, we celebrate Earth Day. Well, Earth Day is every day, but we sort of honor it on that day. May. You might recall that in May, we celebrated Victoria Day, special day for Queen Victoria, who was quite influential in Canada in creating Canada, the country, the confederation that we currently know. And in May, of course, the weather starts to get better. Flowers, get outdoors on your bike, celebrate Victoria Day with fireworks. June. This is a month. Do you know that June is Miss Coulterman's favorite month? And do you know why? Because in June, we have the longest days of the whole year. The sun stays out till, 9 o'clock. sometimes 10 o'clock at night. And it means that I can get out on my kayak, or I can go out for a walk. I can work in the garden. I can sit on my deck and read a book. There's all sorts of things that I can do outside late at night. Oh, look, here's something fun that you students like. Roller coasters at Canada's Wonderland. Miss Coulterman hates roller coasters, but I know that you guys like them. And in June, oh, we're starting to get ready for camp. Some students will be going to summer camp. So in June, you start thinking about summer camp. You start perhaps starting to pack your bag to get ready to go to camp. Maybe during the month of June, I'll start singing some camp songs. And in June, we also honor Gay Pride. And you'll see behind me, I have my rainbow flag, my beautiful rainbow flag for Gay Pride. July. Well, July 1st in Canada, we celebrate Canada Day. And there's fireworks, and you see red and white everywhere, like our Canadian flag. July is fun because you can often go swimming at a beach or at a lake. In Canada, we also have the beginning of football in July. The Canadian Football League starts. And now I'm so proud to say that the Edmonton Eskimos are not going to be called the Eskimos anymore. They're going to be the Edmonton Elks. And an elk is a very, very strong animal, so I'm hoping Edmonton will enjoy that name for their team. Orca whales you could see if you're close to Vancouver. These are just fun things to do. Go to the beach, have a picnic in July. Go to summer camp. August. The first Monday in August, we honor Simcoe Day here in Toronto or in Ontario. We call it Simcoe Day, or the civic holiday. So we take a break with your family, maybe go fishing, play some games, maybe you go on vacation, maybe you go and see friends. Some people might go to summer camp in August. Maybe you go to the cottage. August is another month when Miss Coulterman gets out on her kayak on the water. September. September, we go back to school. And so yesterday, our premier, Doug Ford, told all the students, I'm sorry, students, you won't be back in school in June. Right now, you're not going back into school. So we'll continue online and we'll continue our virtual classes together. And then in September, we'll start back in the classroom when it's safe. So September, we go back to school. You're connected again with your friends and doing art, doing academics, some math and some literacy, and doing jobs in our school, and doing cooking together, and setting a table together, or going on field trips together. We like to go on weekly field trips together. October. Lots of people love October because you start to see the leaves change color. The beautiful deciduous trees, maples, a birch tree, an oak tree, they all turn from green to beautiful colors. October, we also honor Thanksgiving. Just a way of saying thank you to your family, thank you to your teachers, thank you to your friends for all the wonderful things we have in life. October is also Halloween in Canada. Many of you like to honor Halloween. We often have a Halloween dance, don't we? November in Canada. November 11th, we have Remembrance Day. We go on field trips with our bus. Oh, here's some beautiful dream catchers. These are gorgeous dream catchers created by the Indigenous community. And the idea with the dream catcher is you save the good dreams and you get rid of the bad dreams. Possibly in November, if it's cold enough, you might be able to go skating. December, we honor several traditions. I think there's Hanukkah, Christmas, maybe Kwanzaa, or Kwanzaa might be in December or it might be in January. I'm not sure. But December is often a cold month, but it's a celebration. In class, we celebrate different things. We have meals together. We might decorate our classroom or our houses. Oh, look, if it's snowy, you can have a snowball fight. You can create gifts and cards for your friends. So many fun things going on in Canada. And look, here's a beautiful picture of our country, Canada. Mr. B was telling you we have 3 oceans around us. The Arctic Ocean to the north, the Pacific Ocean to the west. The Pacific is the biggest ocean. And the Atlantic Ocean to the east. So I've been singing to you some songs from Newfoundland. Now I'm going to sing a song from Nova Scotia, another province on the east coast of Canada. This one's called Farewell to Nova Scotia. The sun was setting in the west. The birds were singing on every tree. All nations seemed inclined for rest, but still there was no rest for me. Farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast. Let your mountains dark and drear I be. For when I am far away on the brighty ocean toss, will you ever heave a sigh or a wish for me? It's about someone going out on the ocean in a boat, perhaps to work. Will you ever heave a sigh or a wish for me? That's another Canadian song. Another song about going down to the ocean. An ocean, or sometimes a lake, has a bay, an inlet around which people could gather. Sometimes you can go to the beach and it's called a bay, or it could be on a lake. Part of the lake on the shoreline is called the bay. So let's sing Down by the Bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a whale with a polka dot tail? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a llama with polka dot pajamas? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever find a time when you couldn't make a rhyme down by the bay? Oh, look, I just want to show you the outside of this book because we've been talking about World Ocean Day for June 8. Look at all these sharks. Sharks are an important part of the ocean. They sure do look scary, don't they? With their big teeth. Look at the size of these sharks. And so many different ones. They each have a different style of appearance. So I'm going to try to sing one song that I know about sharks. Baby shark do-do-do-do-do. Baby shark do-do-do-do-do. Baby shark do-do-do-do-do. Baby shark. Mama shark do-do-do-do-do. Mama shark do-do-do-do-do. Mama shark do-do-do-do-do. Mama shark. Daddy shark do-do-do-do-do. Daddy shark do-do-do-do-do. Daddy shark do-do-do-do-do. Daddy shark. Grandma shark do-do-do-do-do. Grandma shark do-do-do-do-do. Grandma shark do-do-do-do-do. Grandma shark. So that's another song about something from the ocean, a shark. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. If I sing it high or low, if I sing it fast or slow, do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Snap, do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. If I sing it high or low, if I sing it fast or slow, do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Let's do some stretching. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Good. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. If I sing it high or low, if I sing it fast or slow, do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Good for you. Hands up, baby, hands up. Give me your heart, give me your heart, give me. Hands up, baby, hands up. Give me your heart, give me your heart, give me all your love, all your love. Good for you. Let's do all things on earth shall pass under the sky, but music alone shall live. Music alone shall live. Music alone shall live and never die. Good for you. Let's do some hand breathing today. This is one you could do at your house. If you're feeling anxious, upset, angry, you could always go find, a quiet spot in your home and take your hand and breathe it in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Good for you. Today is Thursday, and let's look at this sequence of days. 7 days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursdays and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 Today is Thursday. Good for you. And tomorrow will be Friday. Good for you. And yesterday was Wednesday. Awesome. So today is Thursday, and the month is June. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. Thursday, June 3, or in ordinal number, we say 3rd of 2021. Let's count to 10 in ordinal numbers. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Good for you. Let's count to 30 by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Good for you. That's counting by twos. Skip counting. This time, let's skip count by 5 all the way to 50. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Good for you. Let's count backwards from 20. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you, my friend. Remember yesterday I introduced you to this beautiful artist. He's an indigenous artist. He's from the Anishinaabe. And his name is Norval Morrisseau. And look at all the colors he loves to paint with. And shapes. And he included his Inuit people, his indigenous people. Lots of animals, lots of colors, beautiful colors. Such a wonderful painter. This was the painting I showed you yesterday. And look, Miss Coulterman created it last night. First, yesterday, you might recall we painted a piece of paper yellow. Then I took my marker on my yellow paper and I made a design like Norval Morrisseau. So let's pretend this is my yellow paper. And you can create one yourself. He liked to use circles and another circle. And he also liked to make a shape like a leaf. Sort of an oval shape. So I made my shapes with my black marker. This one's sort of like a flower. And then it's your choice. If you make a design like Norval Morrisseau, you can see he made sort of a flower shape, a circle shape. He also made tinier circles that go up here. You make it your own, as we say. Whatever design you want. And then inside of each design, you can either use a marker or paint. I'm going to start with a marker for this one. I'm going to start with a blue in the middle. And I love green. Then I'm going to go around my circle with green. Coloring or painting is such a calming activity. And then I'm going to use red. These are colors I love. I'm going to go all the way around in red. Just like Norval Morrisseau. Okay? So you start to see the way Norval Morrisseau painted his picture. Or use markers. Start circles of color or leaves. Very cool. So that's one activity you can continue with if you want. Another thing that I showed you yesterday was, I think every day it would be great if you painted with watercolor paints. Watercolor paints are just cheap little paint sets from the dollar store. But look at the beautiful pattern. I made circles, circles, circles with my watercolor. I tried to make it look like the ocean, like a whirl of current in the ocean. And then I got these black pictures, cut them out and painted them on, or glued them on, like seaweed and seahorse, a star shell. I can't remember the name of it. Fish and whales and sharks. It's your choice. But that's something you can be doing at your house. Now I want to show you another famous artist in Canada. Another artist is Lawren Harris. And Lawren Harris is really important in Canadian history because he got a group of friends together who were artists at the time, and he said, hey guys, let's all form a group. And so they formed the Group of Seven, they were called. There we go. The Group of Seven in Canada. And they were all artists who loved to paint. And Lawren Harris got them all together and said, it's nice that we're friends, but let's form a special painting group. And so they did, called the Group of Seven. And all of the artists who painted, or most of the artists of the Group of Seven, painted beautiful nature scenes of Canada. So I just love looking at Lawren Harris's paintings because they're beautiful nature pictures. Let's look at a couple of them. Now, the only problem with the Group of Seven was that there were no women in the group. It was just a group of 7 men. But we'll start to learn about different women artists like Emily Carr and Gail Sinclair and other Canadian artists, women artists. Oh, look at, can you see the rock formation and the mountains in the background and the cloud and some water? This is how Lawren Harris became famous. making paintings of Canada. Oh, wow. Here's an interesting one. I see some trees, but no leaves on the tree. And that's interesting because that occurs often in some places. And you can see the mountains in the background. Oh, look. In this painting, I see snow. And he's looking through the trees to see a mountain and to see clouds. Oh my gosh. So pretty. I can just imagine him standing, looking through the trees and seeing the snow, the mountain, the clouds. Very pretty. Let's see if there's one more we can look at. Oh, indeed. Here's the last one I'm going to show you. A Lauren Harris painting. Oh, this is interesting because across the middle of his page is the midline. So he painted this side up here are mountains and clouds and mountains. And then this side of the page is like you're painting a reflection. Just like when you look in the mirror, you see your own reflection. When you look in this water, you see the reflection of the mountain. So his name is Lauren Harris. What a great painter he is. Now, I've got some activities I want you to work on. The first one, of course, is my sensory box. Every day, it'd be great if you worked with some kind of sensory material. And this one today, oh, it's from my kitchen. It's some pasta. And it's fun to work with it in a box and to feel it in your hands, to squish it. They're kind of hard. And I'd love to see you working with your kitchen tongs. Every day I think you should practice working with tongs and picking them up, and perhaps, let me get my egg carton. Pick them up and put them in the egg carton. Pick it up, put it in the egg carton. Pick it up, put it in the egg carton. Because if you go to a buffet restaurant, you can practice now so that you'll know how to pick up food at the buffet restaurant. And another part of these wonderful pasta is you can string them together. I put a little plastic, a little tape on this end of my string. Look, I can thread it through. And that's really good for your fine motor. And sitting, doing quiet activities is great for you, my friend. You don't need anyone to help you. There you go. Just sit quietly. Oh, awesome. So that's your sensory activity for today. Another activity I want you to practice at your house. I've got my granddaughter's cups here at my house, and I really want the students to practice pouring water. You have to keep your eyes on what you're doing, because if you're not looking, you're going to spill the water. I look. When I see it get close to the top, I stop. Close to the top, I stop. Let's try that one more time. I pour, and I'm looking. Close to the top, I stop. Don't let it get all the way to the top. So every day, my friends, please practice pouring. Pouring water is a good activity. Here's another good activity for you. Folding napkins. I have some birthday napkins left over, and currently the napkin is in the shape of a square. You can choose two different ways of folding. Some people like to fold it in half, and that's cool. And you can put that beside the plate, folded. But also sometimes when you're having guests, it's nice to take a napkin and fold it into a triangle. Or if you're working in a restaurant, often they have a napkin, which is a square, folded into a triangle. Practice folding every day, because that's a good job for the restaurant. Here's another good job for the restaurant. Take a knife. Now, try not to touch this part because we want to keep that. Often you would be wearing gloves if you work in a restaurant, but you don't want to touch the fork or you don't want to touch the blade of the knife. But hold the handle, put a fork, a knife, and a spoon together. Fork, actually it goes knife, then fork, then spoon. That's the order, the sequence. Knife, fork, spoon. And then I put it at the edge of my napkin. I'm going to do it up here on my chest so that you can see me roll it. But you can roll it on a table. Roll, roll, roll. And then you have a spoon, fork, knife rolled in a napkin. They often do this at restaurants. You often do it if you're having a picnic. You could also do it just to have at your table. So let's try that one more time, my friends. Knife, then fork, then spoon, a napkin. Oh, and I hold it tight and I roll, roll, roll. Oh, how pretty is that? Very pretty if you're having a birthday party or a special celebration. Father's Day is coming up soon, so perhaps you could have that on your Father's Day table. Okay, another activity. Every day, I want you to be working with your scissors, cutting. So I found this little plate at my house, a paper plate, when I was looking at birthday stuff. But if you don't have a plate, that's okay too. You could use some cardboard from a cereal box, or you could use paper. It's your choice. Every day, I want you to do cutting. And watch Miss Coulterman. I'm going to cut it the same. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a circle so you could see it. I'm going to make a circle. There we go, in the middle. And I want you to cut to the circle. Cut to the circle. Cut to the circle. Cutting, cutting. I hold the paper with one hand and I cut with the other hand. Cut, 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 cut. You can do it, my friends. And then we're going to go back to the idea of weaving. With your thread or wool or paper, string. I happen to have a piece of material. I'm going to go under, over, under, over, under, over, under, oops, fell down, over, under, over. And look at that pretty design you start to create with under, over, under, over, under, over. Okay? You keep going around and around and around to create your weaving that you cut it, then you weave it. So that's something you can do at your house. Okay, another activity. Oh boy, I've got so many things set up on this table today. Now this one's fun. We do this in class. I think every morning we have these sensory trays set up in class. These white trays. And we put different sensory materials on the tray. Today I'm going to put some paint. This is your activity for today. Today I'm going to put some paint, but you could put shaving cream. You could put flour from the kitchen. You could put sugar. There's all sorts of things you could use. I'm going to use some paint on my tray. Look at that, some cool blue and green. Voila, that's number one. You're going to remember this because we do this in class. And then I brought out this plastic wrap from my kitchen. There we go. And I put some plastic wrap. Oops, let me try to cut this first. There we go. I cover my tray with plastic wrap. And if this is too awkward for you, perhaps someone at your house can help you. Or you can put the plastic on and then squish, 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 squish. Look at it. It makes a really cool design with your paint or with whatever you put under the plastic. Maybe some Play-Doh, maybe some flour, maybe some shaving cream. It just makes a really cool design, and you can squish, squish, squish with your hands. So that's another activity you can do today. And I have one more, my friend. It wouldn't be complete unless we did a little bit of math today. Someone in your house can help you with this if you want. I want you to set up some math equations for yourself. Someone can help you. Let's do 3 take away 2 equals 4 take away 3 equals 5 take away 2 equals. We're doing subtraction or take away. With your pen, your pencil, your marker, it's someone in your house can help you create these, and then it's your job to complete it. For example, 3, I make 1, 2, 3 dots, take away 1, 2 dots. And the way I show you how to do this is you've got 3, and then when you take away 2, you scratch it out. You put a line through it, because then it shows you what you have left. You have 1. Let's try the next one, okay? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not doing plus, we're doing take away. I'm going to take away 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. And how many do you have left? You got it. 1. I'm going to show it one more time. Number 5. Good for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take away 2. Let's count. 1, 2 are gone. Let's see what's left. 1, 2, 3. Good for you. Today, I want you to do 10 takeaway. Someone in your house can help you, or you can create it yourself. 10 takeaways, my friend. So this month in June, we're talking a lot about Canada. So let's look at Canada ABC. Oh, look. A is for the Arctic, where the Arctic Ocean is, and you can see Arctic animals, caribou, Arctic wolf, Arctic fox, a walrus, polar bears, love to live at the Arctic. B is for a beaver. We've got lots of these in Ontario where we live. And they like to chop down trees to help and make their beaver dam where they live. The beaver is also on our Canadian nickel. Look at C is for Canada. Our beautiful country of Canada. D is for our dog sled. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dogs are leading this dog sled. E is for evergreen. These are evergreen trees. We also call them coniferous trees, like spruce and pine and cedar trees are evergreen, always green. They don't turn colors in the fall. F is for flag, the flag of Canada, and the flag for all of the provinces and territories. Just like a waving flag, and wave my flag, and wave my flag, and wave my flag, ho ho ho. A G is for a goose, a Canadian goose, and you often see them flying overhead in this shape of a V. H is for hockey. You might think that hockey is our national sport, which is kind of funny because we see a lot of hockey, don't we? But to tell you the truth, our national sport is lacrosse. And lacrosse was a sport that was created by the Indigenous people of Canada. And they would play lacrosse. I'll show you a picture tomorrow. I'll try to find a lacrosse picture to show you. But it's actually our national sport. But hockey is also really important to Canada. Too bad those Leafs didn't win. Those Maple Leafs. Maybe next year. Letter I is for Inukshuk, this beautiful structure that they build out of rocks. It's characteristic of the far north, and the Inukshuk is an indigenous symbol that shows you which direction to go. J is for July 1st, celebrating Canada Day. My favorite page, K is for kayak. Miss Coulterman loves to go out in her kayak. L is for our loonie. And a loonie is worth $1. A toonie is worth $2. Now these coins, a loonie and a toonie, $1 and $2, are quite handy when you go shopping. Quarters, dimes, nickels, you don't really use these coins that much anymore. We tend to use more loonies and toonies to buy things, or we use banknotes, bills. M is for maple, as in maple tree. And from the maple tree, we get maple syrup. N is for Niagara Falls. I don't know if you've been to Niagara Falls. It's a gorgeous part of Canada where you can see the big falls, the water coming over. And look at this gorgeous rainbow. That gorgeous rainbow also reminds me that June is Gay Pride Month. So we really honor the LGBTQ2 spirit community. When we have rainbows, that's one way to honor them. O, practice that with me. O, good for you, is for Ottawa. And Ottawa is where our Prime Minister, the most important job in Canada, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, is the boss of our country. And he works in Ottawa, the capital city of Canada. P is for polar bear. All white, camouflaged white, so that their fur can blend with the snow and the ice. Q is for Quebec, one of the provinces in Canada, where they have the winter carnival. They have a beautiful part of Quebec, which is called Old Quebec. And you can see it almost looks like an old little French town. It's so pretty. R is for railroad. The railroad going across Canada. It goes through the mountains. It goes through the prairies. It goes through all the hills and valleys. It's beautiful. We have a railroad that goes right across Canada from the East Coast to the West Coast. S is for Stampede. Every year in Calgary, Alberta, we have the Calgary Stampede. And I think they're going to have it this year. People will go and look at horses and beautiful wagons that are carried by the horses. It's beautiful. Totem pole. Now, T is for totem pole. And totem poles were made by the Indigenous people of the west coast of Canada. They're not really typical of East Canada, North Canada, mainly the west coast. And what the natives, the Indigenous people of the west coast would do is they would carve these fantastic animals into a tall tree. They would carve all these animals, eagles and wolves and bears, different animal symbols. And they're so gorgeous because on the west coast, the trees are very, very tall. The warm weather from the Pacific Ocean, it's like having a rainforest. In fact, it is a rainforest along the west coast of Canada, some parts of Canada. They have beautiful, tall trees. And the Indigenous people made totem poles. Another day I'm going to show you Emily Carr's paintings, and she often painted totem poles in her paintings. U is for uniform. Look at some of these Canadian uniforms. A snowboarder from the Olympic team, Canadian hockey player, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. A very important part of our Canadian culture is the police. And look, this uniform is for someone who served in either the First or the Second World War. Very proud Canadian military uniform. V is for voyageur. Look at this canoe. The canoe was created by the Indigenous people. And voyageurs were some of the first Canadians to travel up the lakes and rivers to find new places. So we called them the voyageurs. W is for whale. If you go to the East Coast, if you go to the West Coast, there's a good chance you'll see a whale. And X is for exploring. I hope this summer you get out and explore things. Go to a park. Go for a walk in the woods with your family or a friend. Go and explore things and find new things. This group of students are looking for birds and trees and insects. It's so fun to go exploring. Y is for the Yukon. And up in the Yukon, I've been up to the Yukon canoeing, and you can see these beautiful lights that are the northern lights of Canada. It's so pretty to see. And hopefully this summer, some families can go camping again. And Z. Z is for Zamboni. The Zamboni is the machine that clears the ice for hockey. And this machine, the Zamboni, was invented here in Canada. We're so proud of that. Oh, so many things I want to show you. I want to circle back to 6 habitats. You saw a lot of animals in that Canadian book. Some of the Canadian animals live in an ocean, and some of the Canadian animals live in a wetland. So there's ocean and wetland in Canada. There's also, in some parts of the world, there's a jungle as a habitat for gorillas and tigers and pretty birds. There's a habitat in Africa called the grasslands, where it's kind of warm there, and you've got giraffes and zebras and lions. Here's another. We have so many habitats in Canada. Here's another Canadian habitat, polar, up north, where there's polar bears and walrus. This habitat we don't really have in Canada. It's more in a very hot, dry climate where there's lots of sand. You'll find the desert for camels. So those are some habitats, 6 habitats. And the last thing I want to show you today are some of the animals that live in those different habitats. You and I live in a house or an apartment, a townhouse or a trailer, but animals live in their habitat. First of all, I want to show you, these are the kinds of animals you might find in Canada with the kind of climate that we have. You might find a squirrel, an owl. Here's a squirrel. You might find deer, bumblebees, fox, mice, snails, lots of different kinds of birds, a snake. We see a lot of those in Ontario. A robin. My backyard is full of robins. A hedgehog. That's kind of cool. I haven't seen those around here. In Ontario, you'll see raccoons and skunks, deer and moose, turtles, frogs, snakes. If you go to Australia, you see a different kind of habitat. In Australia, you see things like a kangaroo, a koala bear, an ostrich. These are so beautiful. A cockatiel bird. The things you see in Australia, a cute little koala bear up in the tree, the things you see here are completely different than what you see in Canada, right? Here's something you'll see in a jungle. Look at all these beautiful colored birds for a jungle. Or monkeys. Typically, you're not going to see these animals in Canada. You're not going to see monkeys or these brightly colored birds like a toucan or a macaw. They also have cobra snakes and lots of gorgeous butterflies. The next one is the savanna, the grasslands of Africa. Again, you're not going to see these animals in Canada. I guess unless you went to a zoo. But these are not animals that are typical of Canada. They're typical of savannas, grasslands like elephants, giraffes, lions, zebra, gazelles, leopards, alligators, and crocodiles. Oh, look. These are gorgeous animals typical of Asia. Panda bears. So cute. Pheasants, these fancy birds called pheasants. And monkeys in the tree. Oh, and here's the last one. This one you do see in Canada if you're way up at the North Pole, at the Arctic Ocean. You won't see penguins because they're at the Southern Ocean, but you'll see seals, walrus, polar bears. Penguins are at the Southern Ocean. Gorgeous, gorgeous animals at the Arctic Ocean. Okay, my friends, it's time to say goodbye. I think I could talk for hours, but I'll let you go, my friends. And I'll see you this afternoon online together. Friends, I will remember you. I'll think of you. I'll play with you. And when another day is through, I'll still be friends with you. Goodbye, friends. Create joy, and I'll see you online this afternoon.